We are decorating today. If you're new to me, hi, my name is Karen, and my daughters and I have been traveling full time for 5 years. She's a pro. And using San Cristobal de las Casas as our home base for the past 2, maybe a little bit more than 2. And this is my passion. I am a nester. So I had to show you guys how I nest when I am in Mexico, because it is different. So I get home and I heard a noise, and I'm like, what is that? And guess what was there? First of all, the culprit. My little plants that I'm propagating. Stop it before I show you what happened. Yes, it was her. That is Sol, my Mexican cat. Of course it was her. And guess what had been sitting underneath that little droplet for who knows how long? My modem. My freaking modem. I dried it now because I tried to hurry to see if I could save it, but it was dripping water. So I'm sure there was a short. I tried to push the power button, but nothing. It's dead. So we're gonna have to put the decoration on hold, the decorating on hold, and take that to Mega Cable to try to figure out how to fix it, and we'll learn together because I don't know. Not to mention, I kind of consider this part of nesting. Now, one of the shelves in my fridge broke, and I can't really find a replacement. So I thought we'd go to a glass place and just check to see if they can make one for me. And I walk by this one all the time, and I've gotten frames done here for my kids' artwork, and they're very kind. So I always go back to the people that are kind. Fortunately, they couldn't help me because they don't have tempered glass. And she said the glass they do have would break because of the cold of the refrigerator. So she said Tuxtla was the closest, which is like an hour and a half away. So here we are waiting in line in Mega Cable. Okay, so I was told to call the number and they come out. I had a feeling, but I didn't know how to find the number. And one of the numbers I was supposed to call from the place. But since I'm here, let's buy some tea. But the other one was fine, so. Now I love these little places. I love being able to buy organic products and things like granel and artisan things. And these little stores, there's 4 of them, I think. They have it all. They really do. Each one of them is a little bit different. But one of them even has clothing, like organic clothing. I love it. And we always keep tea in the house. So. All right, let's go back home. Okay, I'm back home. I called them and they said they'll be here within 24 hours. Pretty good. I thought it was gonna be like 2 weeks. So they didn't take 24 hours. They took 3 days, I think. But they replaced the modem on not cost. So this is what I'm about to pay for. My green door in my room. If you watch me regularly, you know that I've had a lot of problems with my doorknobs. This is a new doorknob. But when the old doorknob came loose, it kind of messed up my paint job. Not to mention that because I got matte, you can see all the stains. Yeah, not a fan of that. So I bought a glossy finish. So I didn't really get to choose whether it was semi-gloss or gloss or eggshell. I don't really know what I'm getting. I just know the door needed to be repainted, so it doesn't really matter. And I also didn't care if the color matched exactly. I know I'm going for an olivey kind of color, so it didn't really matter. Although she did say that if I would have brought a swatch, she would have matched it for me. This wall might be something I'll fix at a later time because I messed up there. Like I wanted all drippy like this. But I tried to put gold over that and it didn't work. I covered it up, but it just didn't look the same as it was before. So I'm kind of bummed about that. But I might also just wait until I go to the US and come back because I would love to actually put a gold. And the gold they sold here looked more like a bronze, like a brown. So I might hold off on that. I do that, bring things from out of the country wherever it is I travel to, if I find something that works for me, I'll buy that. Because I'm kind of like a child of the world, and to be honest, I've always done that. My house in Miami was decorated with all our treasures from our travels. So I could have gone to a place with an actual machine for mixing, but I really like the lady. So it's a little different than my original color. I'm not taking this one too much, a little bit. Fun fact, I had a decorating business for 10 years of my life. I think I'm gonna wait for it to dry. I don't think I'm convinced on the color. Regrets, but also not feeling it. So I'm gonna use the old one that I have. So the lid doesn't close very well and it kind of dried out, but I can see a little bit at the bottom, so we're just gonna use that and touch up the spots that are messed up. And it was good enough to touch up the spots. I actually had a bunch left over, not a lot, but I think for next time I'll take it into the lady for her to match it for me. I did buy a roller, I just prefer the brush. I dirtied my finger, but I still got it. I'm liking this patchy thing. If it stays as it dries, we might make it a thing. So I also want to go measure some foam. I know, this doesn't make much sense, but I am making my own couch because it is so hard to find furniture that I like here. Like, I feel like a lot of the couches are very stiff and not really lounging. Like, do people not lounge here? I don't know. So every time I've gotten invited to somebody's house, they greet me in the kitchen. We sit around the table and we have coffee and we chat. And I've never been invited to the living room. So I'm thinking, and if you're Mexican or have experienced the Mexican culture more than me, do Mexicans don't like greet people in the living room and lounge, or lounge and watch TV, like that kind of thing? I'm very curious because it hasn't been my experience so far. Let me show you the couch I have now. So this is my current couch. It came with the house and it's a set of 3. And most of the couches here are sold in a set of 3. So you have the sofa, like 3 sitting area, 2 sitting area, 1 sitting area. That's kind of how they're sold. That is kind of too conservative or too old school for my style. I'm more like a Tulum, Playa del Carmen style, you know, like beachy. And I get that we're in the mountains, and I have to tell you, some of the things that I have purchased don't really work here because I bought these baskets. Oh, you can actually see it here. Here, let me take you closer. Okay, so these baskets are lampshades. When I first bought them, they got full of mold on the inside. So it's taken me a while to get the house like in control as far as the mold and the temperature and the humidity level. So now that they stopped producing mold in the inside, I'm gonna hang them. Probably not in this video, but one day. In the next video, I'm definitely gonna take you to shop for furniture because my daughter needs a desk. But right now, I just wanted to show you why I want to replace the couch. One, you can feel the wood underneath it, and then here, these are from the artisan market, by the way. But this area kind of collapsed. Because I'm a curious being, I did look like under the hood, so to speak. And it's a wooden structure covered in cardboard and then covered in foam and then covered in fabric. So I think the cardboard, because of all the humidity, has started to give out, and that's why the structure is not holding up as good as it used to. Aside from that, depth of the couch is just not good for lounging. The way that you have to sit on it, it's quite uncomfortable. And I'm a crisscross applesauce kind of person, and especially when I work, I like putting the laptop on my lap and, you know, cross my legs, and I can't really do that on the sofa. That leaves me working out of my room all the time, and it'd be nice to work out of here sometime. Okay, I'm making a sketch of the piece that I need made out of wood by the carpenter, and so it's going to help me. Probably used a ruler, but the point is, I want a box with slots on the top. I feel like the slots, like the little sticks, will give it more flexibility when you sit on it, so it won't be so hard. And then I'm gonna wrap it all in foam and then wrap it all in fabric. So if I had the tools, I would make this structure myself, but since I don't, I am going to get a quote from a carpenter. The same carpenter that did my doors in my kitchen. you haven't seen that video, I'll tag it below. Doing like a modular structure instead of this in this area, because it's so big, will be the best for us. And because there's usually 4 of us hanging out here at the same time. But this is kind of what I have in mind. But I also like this one that doesn't have the buttons. But look how pretty it is. This is one of the first purchases I made when I moved into this house. The ceilings are so high. I actually got a Sam's Club membership just for this and to buy a Christmas tree during Christmas. It's like kind of like a little giant situation. You don't know about the little giant, is a ladder that converts from short to medium to large, and it opens. So this one opens all the way, and it's also like one of the ones that you can lean against the wall. And I hire somebody to change my light. Yeah, of course I can, but I kind of like doing these things myself. Very few things that I will call somebody to help me with. If I had to order it on Amazon, and it brings 3, and it's a pendant light. Out of making one myself because they sell all the pieces that you need here, but I couldn't find this piece, which is the part that would cover the ceiling. So I went with the cheapest option on Amazon. But in my old place, I definitely made one with the tools provided because it made sense to me. Midway through the lamp, I realized that I didn't have the right tool. But not for long. I'm gonna go buy the tools I need so I can finish installing it. And this is where I remind you that I have an autoimmune disease that I've been living with for 16 years. And thus my exhaustion. I have to say that for me as a creator, the hardest part of living here is that you can't find everything that you need in one spot. There's no big department store for crafts, for example. Like, I miss Michael's and John Fabrics and things like that. Here, I have to go to so many stores to get what I need, you know? And in this case, there's no Home Depot. There's a Home Depot in Tuxtla, and you probably see me going there if you follow my channel for a while. But otherwise, I have to go to a bunch of different stores, and because I walk everywhere, it gets exhausting. Yeah, but enough complaining. I think the good parts make up for the parts that wear me out. All right, let's go measure the foam, but let's make a quick pit stop. This store happens to be in the mall anyways, so let me show you the furniture that they sell here. 1, 2, 3. They usually come in 3s. You could also come and look up on the computer whatever they don't have on the floor. But that's not where we're going. We're going to Chedraui to check out their phone. And if you remember from the Barbie video, Chedraui is in the mall. So, pretty convenient. And the other thing I have to buy is the tool for the lamp. I needed a flathead screwdriver because I only had a Phillips. That's cute and modern, it's just not the size I need. And these were a couple of dollars each. Then I spent like 30 minutes looking for the foam. I'm not even kidding. Okay, I'm totally bummed. They used to have just foam here. They redid the store, moved everything around. So either I can't find it or they don't have any anymore, which makes me really sad. I know of a place that sells upholstery stuff, but they only take cash and just makes everything more complicated. But I guess that's what we're gonna have to do in the next video. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.